Later, Vicky Young there following events in Parliament. With me here outside, one of those Liberal Democrats that Vicky mentioned there, Alistair Carmichael. Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope we can manage to have a conversation, because a variety of protesters down here at Westminster today. Yeah. But you won't have heard Vicky, but she was outlining that the groups of people who will be voting against come Monday. I just want to clarify that you're in that group.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what we have here is not just a bill about Brexit, it's actually a power grab by the government. It gives extraordinary powers to the government to bypass Parliament. So, you know, in June last year, when we were offered a Brexit deal by those who promoted Theresa May and a handful of our ministers in Downing Street.
But Theresa May would say to that, there will be scrutiny. This is not going to be without scrutiny. It is simply not physically possible, is it, for MPs here to go through every single law and statute, because it's a gargantuan task, and that's why we are where we are.
The people who should make that decision should be.
Alistair Carmichael, thanks very much. Good to have you here, and thanks for bearing with everything. Thanks very much indeed for the Liberal Democrats. And there are protesters here on both sides of the argument, we should say. We've seen all sorts here today. There's been quite a colourful day down here at Westminster. Let me just remind you that coming up just after 3:30, we have another Ask This session. The BBC Ask This, hashtag BBC Ask This. The email address there the email address is not there, but I'll tell you what it is. It is askthis@bbc.co.uk, askthis@bbc.co.uk, and I will be talking to two specialists and academics who know an awful lot more about the minutiae and plenty about the Henry VIII clause as well. That's one of the protesters we've had here today. There's a man walking up and down dressed as Henry VIII. More from here over the course of the day. For now, Simon, back to you.
It's nice and quiet in here, Jane.
Thanks.
We'll return to Westminster a little later on. You're watching BBC News now. Universities in England.